My girlfriend slept with 300 people. I don't even know that many people. What do I do?
I think the answer is simple. You sleep with 301 people.
Yeah. Sleep with all the people.
Always got to get one up on them, you know?
Host a slumber party. That way you can sleep with a bunch of people at the same time.
Everyone knows the key to a healthy relationship is just one-upping them, especially when it comes to how many people you've slept with.
That is true. Or what you could do is you can just sleep with her 301 times, and then you're sure that you've conquered
Are we talking about unique situations? Are we talking about people?
No, we're talking about unique situations. Yeah. This F-up happened last year.
Uh-oh.
I was dating this gorgeous woman for about 7 to 8 months. We were getting along really well, even if it had a couple of flaws here and there, which, any relationship does. Come on, we're working around. I was assuming she had an active sexual life because she has traveled a lot in her early 20s and would sometimes talk about funny, weird intercourses she experienced.
Oh, yeah, she did.
I love how OP is saying intercourses.
Intercourses.
She experienced many intercourses. We openly talked about sex without judging, but I never bothered asking her about her body count because honestly, I didn't care. At least that's what I thought. Well, one night she told me another one of her sex stories, and I don't know why, but the question passed through my mind. And so I asked her, what's her body count? And for all of you in the comments, throw your body counts.
Everybody
Everyone comment your body count.
Yes, please. Please do it.
Should we say our body counts?
Should we?
Is that allowed?
You know what? If enough people comment their body counts, maybe we will comment our body counts.
Okay.
So get to commenting.
Yeah. John and I's body count is somewhere between 1 and 400.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, you could if you don't want to say your body count, you can guess ours.
Ooh, nice. That could be even better.
That's even better. Guess our body counts.
Oh my gosh. Please comment this. Like I am dying to see this.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's going to be funny. So she thought about my question of how many bodies she's counted.
Mm-hmm.
Then she said, I don't know. And I said, how do you not know? She proceeded to explain, well, there's a lot and she never counted. I asked her to give me an estimate. And she said, maybe around 300.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was in shock. 300 guys and girls.
Yeah, it's so few. I am floored at how few people she slept with.
I know. John's in the.
We're trying to go to like the 2,000
digits.
to 45,000 range. Like that's really where we're, that's where our heads are at.
I don't think I've like hung out with that many people. Like I don't think I've had even like 300 friends that I've even had like a intimate conversation with. Like 300 unique friends.
Yeah, you've only had 100 series crossover.
Crossover episode. I didn't expect the number to be this big. Realizing I was surprised, she quickly told me that 50% of it wasn't good. Only 150 of those people rocked my socks off.
I only got my cheeks pounded down by 150 people and liked it. The other 150 times my cheeks were pounded down. I didn't like it.
And then she reminded me that I was one of the 3 guys who had ever given her an orgasm.
You see, OP?
Hey, you got something.
You see, you got something going on.
I didn't want her to feel bad about it, so I kept it low. But deep down, it was affecting me more than I thought. I felt small and intimidated by such a large number. Even if I knew she loved me, I was questioning myself if I was enough. I know it's stupid to think that, but I have trust issues and it didn't help the rest of the relationship. I became insecure and even jealous at some points. We broke up 3 months after for other reasons, but it had an indirect impact on our separation.
Other reasons?
My guy.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, he's like, oh, she did 300. Now I got to do 400. And then we can get back together. We are still good friends and hang out from time to time. So it's not all bad. All right. This is going to be, you don't have to answer this.
Yep. Hit me, baby.
How much is too much?
How much is too much? 300 is kind of a lot.
That's a lot.
At the end of the day, like, do what you want. I don't care. Like, as in, people in general, but if I'm personally thinking what's too much,
like I feel like, I mean, if I like a diplomatic answer is be like, I feel like you kind of want someone with, you feel better with someone who has around the same experience as you.
Yeah, that's
right?
that's a very good like rule to think about it. I don't know, probably like, see, it's just like maybe it's all our culture, but I'm almost like even like 20, 30, 40 is still, if you really think about it, like it's not that bad over a whole lifetime.
Well, yeah,
Someone's
over
like,
a whole lifetime. I
you
mean,
know?
I remember when I thought like 10 was a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But I definitely don't think 10
that
is
was
a
in
lot.
high school, right?
Yeah,
that was in high school.
bro. In high school, you're just like, please.
Yeah.
Well, that was me at least.
Yeah, but
please, anybody.
But like, I think, I mean, one, I think it changes as you get older.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Like
I
you're
agree.
like 40, and you've been single for that amount of time. You've probably slept with like over 100 people.
You've probably had relationships with like a lot of people.
Even if you just had a relationship once a year, like, you know.
Boom. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, if you're 40 and you've been like, you know, since 18, that's like what, 22, even if that's just one a year.
Yeah.
So like,
but does that show you have like commitment issues? You know, like, does that indicate, do you like, does that indicate? But also
if the relationship ended, I think you could just be a hoe.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
just
like
live
you
your
have
life.
A hoe phase.
Yeah. Just
or
having
a
a
whole
hoe
life.
Or a whole life, yo.
Dude.
Live your life. You know what I mean?
Life,
like,
baby.
If, you know, like, it's interesting how it's like, sex is a very interesting thing, I think, because it can get so messy so easily. But if it's truly like somebody that's just living their life and you know, they don't, I think probably the hard thing about having sex with so many people is eventually someone's going to catch feelings and then it gets messy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the only,
catch an STD or something.
Or that too. Sorry. Yeah. That's also an important factor.
Also, like I mean, at 300, I would be incredibly surprised if that person didn't have like herpes or something.
I mean,
like, how do you, I mean,
yeah, herpes is like super common.
It's like 1 in 5, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
That's a like 300 just statistically.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe if you're like very careful about wrapping it, but statistically you have herpes.
I don't know why I just thought of this at the end of the story, but her having 300 partners, I'm imagining it's the woman, you know, in 300 or Sparta when they have the big hole. And he's like, how many people was it? And she's like, 300. And just kicks him in the hole. He's like, no.
Yeah, rough, dude.
That's how she should have said it.
Well, you know, in conclusion, it really doesn't matter how many people you slept with. But I think, like, I mean, so you have the right to be okay with that, and someone has also the right to be uncomfortable.
It's reasonable to be uncomfortable if someone has slept with maybe that large.
And also think about like religious people too.
Religious people,
right? Like some
totally
people
fair.
Like view like virginity being really important to having a relationship. And like I'm not going to say I think that's have that preference.
Yeah, that's I think a pretty good thing. So
yeah, not that I have that preference.
You know,
please, you know, if you're, I am single.
That just worked out so perfectly. Got me laughing, choking on my own hair over here.
When are you not choking on your own hair?
Honestly, I'm always choking on my hair. I eat it like a fucking cow every day. I promise you.
Chewing that cud.
Today I effed up by screaming about masturbating and almost ruined a wedding.
Dude, you shouldn't do that. Like that sounds like the worst thing that you could say at a wedding. And maybe like the worst time would be like, hey, does anyone not agree that these two people should be together? And then you say, yes, I do. Masturbation. Something like that.
That would have been great, although that's not the case. So I am mostly grateful this only happened in front of a few people and not the bride and groom's extremely Catholic families.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God. I object, Your Honor. What about tickling your sausage? I was in a wedding this weekend and a little bit into the dancing. A couple of the other bridesmaids and I stepped out to change into sneakers to really get our dance on.
Yeah, get those moves grooving, baby.
Yeah. And then Uptown Funk came on, and we were singing and dancing along as we left.
Dude, you know you got to get funky when the funk plays.
Honestly, it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. So I just carried on. This one's for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masturbating. Okay, he sang it right. And one of
Did
the
he think that was the lyric? Oh my God.
Yes, he did. And one of the bridesmaids stops dead in her tracks. She's like, "What did you say?" And I said, "Straight masturbating."
I love how he doubles down.
Yeah. And then I say, "I still can't believe he got away with that lyric in such a popular song. Gosh, golly darn."
It's almost like he didn't do that.
And the other bridesmaids say, "I think the lyrics are straight masterpieces." I look it up, and lo and behold, that is the lyric.
Who would have thunk?
I think surely that's just the radio edit, and there's an original explicit version that says straight masturbating.
I love how he's like so convinced that he just needs to find this masturbating version of Uptown Funk.
How many songs? There are countless songs where we don't know the exact words, and we just like make up the sound or the word or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm singing so many songs wrong, like on a daily basis.
The rumor has it, whatever that song is by Adele. I thought that was MacGruber has it.
He does have it.
He does have it.
Any situation.
But no, turns out I had confidently been singing about masturbating incorrectly since 2014. I also had to look up when the song came out, and I'm horrified that it was that long ago.
Shit, that's a long time ago.
Moral of the story, don't yell about masturbating.
Deal.
Keep your meat tickling to yourself.